Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you back. I've been overwhelmed with the support and the views and the subscribers. Honestly, anyone over one view, which would be my mom, I'm happy for. I can't believe that so many people have watched it. So many people have reached out to me and spoken to me about they had it. People I've known for years, I didn't even know they had it. So what I'm doing is helping. I'm so happy and grateful for you guys. Welcome back. My name is Diamond, if you don't know, and I'm just bringing you guys on this journey with me with endometriosis, what I've been through, what I'm going through, and the aim is to create a community of endo bullies. That's it. And all that means is that you're a bully towards this disease. That's it. So follow me on Instagram. I'll put all the information down below. And check me out. Talk to me. I don't bite. Talk to me and let me know how you're feeling and what's going on with you. So today we're going to talk about Lupron. Okay, so I ended the last video saying that I got surgery. I had my cyst removed. I was confirmed stage 4 endometriosis, and the surgeon got all of the endo that he could surgically. Anything left in my body that was endo, it needed Lupron to remove all of it and also strip my body of estrogen. So like I told you before, estrogen is like the food for endometriosis. So your body naturally creates it. So Lupron, what it does is that it just dries out all the estrogen in your body. But in that process, you end up going into a menopausal state. That's where I ended. So let me just bring you up to speed. Lupron is an injection, first and foremost. It's not a pill, it's an injection. There's 2 forms. So you can have it once a month or you can have it once every 3 months. I opted out of once every 3 months because the side effects that you get is too intense for me to have such a huge dose in one injection. So I'm going to show you guys the injection and then I'll continue talking about it.
All your 20s, because once you get to 20s, that's it.
Gosh, I know.
All right. Here we go.
Ah. Whoa.
Hurts?
Yeah. Oh.
All right.
And that wasn't even the worst part. The worst part was the side effects. Shele. Their side effects were something chronic, right? So I've written them down. If you see me keep looking down there, it's because I have a board because my memory is going. So I have a board that shows me everything that I'm going to talk to you about so I can remember the side effects. So let's get into it. The first one, headaches. So when you have Lupron, they usually advise you to get ad hoc therapy alongside Lupron. So what that does is it kind of suppresses your side effects, so it's not as intense. The ad hoc therapy, all it is that it's a progesterone only pill, and that pill, like I told you before, it strips your body also of estrogen. Yeah, so I don't do well on progesterone only pills. I get a lot of migraines, and my face doesn't do well with progesterone only pills. I break out. But I didn't realize that that was what ad hoc therapy was. So I started Lupron and I started ad hoc therapy. And when I tell you the headaches were out of this world, migraines, I mean, headaches that put you to your bed, right? And my face, I'm going to show you guys how bad my face broke out. Like, I was so insecure about it. I didn't want to leave my house. I didn't want to talk to anyone. Don't FaceTime me. Forget that. We're audio speaking because I didn't want anyone to see my face. It was so bad. So the headaches, I had to come off the ad hoc therapy. It was too much for me. So I just went straight Lupron. Your girl's a G, yeah? Because straight Lupron, no suppressing the side effects. So I got it all. So headaches, I got with the Lupron also. It weren't as bad as with the ad hoc therapy. That's why I mentioned it. It weren't as bad, but nonetheless, I got a lot of headaches. Night sweats. Night sweats. If you suffer from PMS, then you know that night sweats are so uncomfortable. It's basically sweating in the night. But when I say sweating, I mean like someone's thrown a bucket of water on you and you wake up like, how the hell did I get so wet? And you're drenched. You got to change your sheets, you got to change your pajamas. Like, it's uncomfortable. It's not the worst, but it's uncomfortable and it breaks your sleep. And vivid dreams. Hey, I was having motion pictures. In my dreams, I was an action man. I had guns and it felt so real. Honestly, it was so vivid. And you don't mind when they're good. But when they were bad, they will wake you up because it just felt so vivid. But that's your hormonal balance. There's an imbalance there. So that's why you get those dreams. Low libido. I told you guys before about people's sons. They definitely couldn't touch me while I was on Lupron. Like, forget it. I didn't want to have sex. I didn't think of sex. I didn't get horny. I didn't even remember what horny felt like because I was so against sex, like a low libido. And also, ladies, what can happen is a dry vagina. I didn't get that as often, but I did get it at some points. So if that happens to you, don't stress out. It's the Lupron. So, low libido, mood swings. Mood swings. That one was a big one for me because I'm not a violent person by nature. It's not my go-to. I'm not temperamental. It takes a lot to get me angry or upset. So when I was having mood swings, people was like, Di, you alright? Because unnecessary things would irritate me. Honestly, I remember I was in the post office and this lady behind the counter, the glass counter, she was being aggy and irritable with me. Like, you know, I didn't have a pen to write out on my package, sorry. And she was like, well, don't you know you should have a pen? Oh, listen, I envisioned myself grabbing her and pulling her through the glass, and face all blood up, and it made me feel good. And I thought I need to leave because I can't go prison for a pen. I just can't. It's not worth it. So I need to exit. And that's just one of many mood swings. They were bad. I think I had that the most out of all the symptoms. They were quite frequent. Hot flushes. If you have a mom, aunt, sister, cousin, granny, whoever, right, had been through menopause naturally, do me a favor, don't laugh at them, right? Because I used to laugh at my mom. She used to stand in front of the fridge, full blown naked, because she was so hot, and I'd be busting up. I'd be laughing my head off, because in my head, she's being dramatic. Like, you know, you're hot. Like, just take a fan and calm down. Like, but you see, when it happened to me, listen, it's like heat rushing through the inside of your body out. It's horrible. Like, don't laugh at it. It's not even a laughing matter. It was horrible. And with me, it came with nausea as well. Like I told you guys in the last video, me and nausea, we don't go well. I've got a phobia against vomiting. So anytime I feel nauseous, I get anxiety, and it's just a whole process. And anytime I had a hot flush, I would get the nausea. And it was horrible. It'd be winter time, November, December, and I'm there stripping. In the car stripping because I'm hot. And they don't last long. That's the next thing. They last for about 5 minutes maybe. And for me, it didn't start off frequent. I got it like once, twice a week, maybe in the beginning. And then eventually it got to once, twice a day, 3, 4 times a day. Like it just increased and it was not nice. Hot flushes are not the one at all. Depression. It really puts you into a state of depression. If that's one of your symptoms, then it really can put you into state depression. And I remember days when I would just cry. I woke up one day and I used to have to travel on the bus to the doctor because the doctor lived on the other side of Brooklyn. And it took about 2 hours on the bus there and then 2 hours back. And I remember waking up one morning, getting out of my bed and crying. No reason at all, crying. I cried from my house to the bus stop, that 2 hour journey. I got to the doctor's, I wiped my tears, I got my injection, I left. As I came out the doctor's office, I was crying again. I was on the bus coming back, crying, on the phone to my friend, crying. And I just felt so low, so low. And then on top of that, I had my own things going on in my own personal life. And it was a really low moment, you know, and it's not nice. And what I would say, what I would suggest to anybody who, and I'm passionate about that one particularly because it's such a big thing, because life goes along with it, if that makes sense. You know, all the other symptoms, the headaches, you know, the low libido and stuff like that. The headaches you can take a pill for. The low libido, just don't have sex. Like, there's things that you can do. But when you're in a state of depression or you're in a low mood and life is happening, it doesn't stop because you're in a low mood because of Lupron. It can be really, really damaging, really hard. So I would say, and I would advise you to speak to somebody. Let them know. And that's for everything. So my whole Lupron experience, overall, it might sound weird, but it weren't that bad. And when I say weren't that bad, the symptoms were there. I got all the side effects, literally every single one, bar vomiting. I didn't vomit. It wasn't that bad because 2 things. Prayer gets you through if you're a religious person or you're someone who have a relationship with God. Prayer. And my next thing is a team. Even if that team is one person, make sure you have a team around you that is going to support you, and inform them that I'm not going to be myself. There's going to be days when I don't want to talk. There's going to be days when I just switch. And there's going to be days where you just leave me alone, bruh. Like, just don't talk to me because I'm just not feeling it. And if they're your close people or person, they will understand that you're not yourself and it's not your fault. I had a team, and that person doesn't have to, or people, doesn't have to be physically around you. I'm in New York and most of my team are back in London, and I felt the love and support from my friends and my family every day. Every day. Even on days when I didn't want to talk, a little message. Hi, Di, how are you? How you doing? How you feeling today? What's it like? Blah, blah. Something to make you know that, all right, I'm okay. And be okay not being okay. Like, if you want to be in your bed, sis. Be in your bed. Don't be apologetic for it. Be unapologetic about it. So, wrapping it up, Lupron for me was not that bad. I got every symptom and I'm here. You know, I made it through. But yeah, those 2 things, prayer and your team, and that's what got me through it. Don't be like me and Google before you go on Lupron. Okay, so clear your mind of anything someone says. I saw a lot of YouTube videos like, oh my God, it's the worst thing, you know, and that might be their experience. But I think a lot of them are unaware that if someone's watching that hasn't gone through it already or is going through it, it can be quite scary. So clear your mind of all of that. It's not that bad. The symptoms, it's just frequent and it's draining, and it can be a lot at once, but you will get through it, is what I'm saying. You'll get through it. Have those two things, prayer and people, you'll get through it. So just to give you a little intro into the next video. So I was on Lupron for 6 months. The one thing I forgot to say is the damaging thing about Lupron is it affects your bone density. So keep that in mind. Speak to your doctor about any vitamins or anything that you may need to help you alongside your Lupron. So I was on Lupron for 6 months. I came off. I went on a combined pill my doctor put me on, which is estrogen and progesterone. It's a pill called Gianvi. Another name is Yaz. And I was on that for about 3 months, and I was endo free. I went back to the doctor. He said I've got, after 3 months, I went back to the doctor. He said I had a small little cyst on my right ovary, about 2.5 centimeters. But, change up your diet and you'll be good. It don't have to necessarily be a cyst from endo. It can be just a normal ovarian cyst. So your girl switched up the diet. I was eating healthy, and I come back to New York. I was in London for 6 weeks. I come back and it doubled in size, and it was now entering my fallopian tube, and I was told that I need to have surgery again. So I'm going to stop there, because the next part will actually blow your mind. It will blow your mind. So I'm going to stop there. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Subscribe, like, follow. That's my little dance for the ending, because I feel like a YouTuber doing that. Like, subscribe, follow, do all of that. Support your girl. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you. Until next time, see you later.